I'm hungover from one beer. So, like, let's just do this. What's up, babes? Caps come out of Western Canada 2-1, and we're gonna hit it all. I'm hungover from one beer because I'm 5 million years old now. I wasn't hungover after the Stanley Cup party that I went to. Let's start with my favorite game of this road trip, the Caps versus the Vancouver Canucks, who, like I said before, I sometimes forget are a hockey team. Look, the Western Conference is rough for me. I like sleep, and I forget that the Vancouver Canucks are even a team. I just forget that they're out there. The Washington Capitals, I believe, played their most complete game of the season against the Vancouver Canucks. Alexander Ovechkin begins the game by fucking flattening a Vancouver Canuck, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like that. Michael Kempny and Antoine Roussel start the game with matching roughing minors. Nobody scores on the 4-on-4, which, you know, is slightly better than usual for the Washington Capitals. They seem to be working on 4-on-4. Great. I mean, they didn't score a goal, but they also didn't get scored on, so I'm cool with that. But 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, John Carlson buries his fifth of the year with assists from Jake Vrana and Lars Eller. Caps are up 1-0. Brooks Orpik goes off 3 minutes and 55 seconds into the first for a trip, but the Caps penalty kill actually kills it off. Wonderful. So I actually, I know that the numbers don't bear me out here because they do get scored on the penalty kill, but also I really think that they're building on something here, and we've got to give them a little leeway because this is a new system. They've switched from a box penalty kill to a diamond penalty kill and are without Jay Beagle and Tom Wilson. They are doing great at suppressing shots on the penalty kill. It's just that when a deflection happens, it goes in. But also it's a new system, and I think once they find their feet a little bit better, this is going to be a very effective system, having Evgeny Kuznetsov and Lars Eller especially maintaining possession. Moving on from that, in the second period, Troy Stecher, he scores his first goal of the season at 7 minutes and 30 seconds into the second period. The game is tied 1-1. It's okay. You know why it's okay? It's okay because at 8 minutes and 47 seconds into the second, Eric Goodbranson goes off 2 minutes for cross-checking, and Evgeny Kuznetsov blasts in a one-timer from the top of the right circle. Does his very best Alexander Ovechkin impersonation. Caps are up 2-1 at 19:34 into the second period. Alex Ovechkin puts a cherry on the second period with his 7, with assists from TJ Oshie and Nicholas Backstrom. But unfortunately, less than 10 seconds later, Nicholas Backstrom gets sent off 2 minutes for tripping. So we come back for the third period on the penalty kill. Sven Baertsky maybe scores on the power play. Caps are up 3-2. However, at 4 minutes and 31 seconds into the third period, Troy Stecher goes off 2 minutes for tripping as well. And Alex Ovechkin buries his 8th goal of the season. 8 goals, 8 games, with assists from John Carlson and Nicholas Backstrom on the power play. Caps are up 4-2. 18-19 into the third period, TJ Oshie gets an empty netter with assists from Alex Ovechkin and Nicholas Backstrom, and that's all she wrote. It's 5-2. A really solid, complete effort from the Caps on the night versus the Canucks. Headed to Edmonton. I can't say the same. The game versus the Oilers was not fun. I was so looking forward to Evgeny Kuznetsov versus Connor McDavid. But no. Both top lines of both teams completely smothered. Boring. Evan Bouchard scores one on a power play. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scores a shorthanded goal that should have never happened, but I'm always scared is going to happen every single time. On the power play, John Carlson is in his own zone, ready to do the slingshot for Evgeny Kuznetsov, and he doesn't hear, I guess, the of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins coming at him, and oh, whoops. I'm always scared that's gonna happen. It mostly works, but it always scares me. Andre Burakovsky manages to get his first of the season with assists from Nick Dowd and John Carlson. It was great! Yay! I love that baby boy. Alex Chason scores on his old squad, and to be honest with you, I would have preferred if he didn't. And then Connor McDavid gets the empty net goal. But the story of this game was that I was confused. I was not aware that there was a way to have 3 different types of the most boring and pointless penalty call in one game. Michael Kempny went off 2 minutes for delaying the game for a puck over the glass. Dmitry Yashkin served a delaying game face-off violation 2-minute penalty that I was confused about. But the most confusing one for me was the Washington Capitals' Brett Connolly serving 2 minutes for delaying the game for nothing, as far as I could tell. I was like, there was an icing call, and now there's a penalty. I'm confused. Apparently, the refs did not care for how long it took the guys to get back to the face-off circle. Boring, stupid game against the Oilers. Did not even get to see Connor McDavid score like a fun goal. That sucks. Moving on to yesterday's matinee game against the Flames. I don't really have a great story of the game because it happened to be at 4 p.m., which is a cursed time for a game. And I was at work until 5. So I don't really have a great concept of like the game itself, like as a game. I haven't had my lipstick on this entire time. Damn it. Well, I'm not re-recording. I've done no makeup videos before. Then I had the second period on my television while I was trying to cook a roast. But I did get to see a very sweet steal from Evgeny Kuznetsov coming in on the rush in the offensive zone that he passes to Jake Frona for Jake to bury his 3rd of the season. Yes! Caps are up 1-0, 9 minutes and 28 seconds. 13 minutes and 49 seconds into the first, Derek Ryan, who apparently plays for the Calgary Flames, I don't know, goes off 2 minutes for slashing. And you got Yevgeny Kuznetsov, you got Alex Ovechkin, you got John Carlson. Don't forget about TJ Oshie. TJ Oshie buries his 6th of the season. Caps are up 2-0. And then, I also got to see is that less than a minute? Well, less than 2 minutes. The Calgary Flames score 2 goals. Travis Hamonic scores his 1st of the season. But you know what? I can't even be mad at it because his baby daughter was at the game and he promised her that he was going to score a goal. And Elias Lindholm scores on a power play when Brett Connolly goes off 2 minutes for holding. And then I got in my car and came home. So I turned my television on for the second period, and I was also cooking, cooking, so I didn't see a whole lot, but I did manage to catch a replay of 17:03 into the second. Matt Niskanen with his 2nd of the season, that's my man, with assists from Brett Connolly and Dmitry Yashkin. And that was a great little play. Dmitry Yashkin passes to Brett Connolly, who has a very smart, sharp little pass to Matt Niskanen to fire his bomb, while Dmitry Yashkin has come around to screen the goaltender. Good job, boys. Unfortunately, nothing else happens for the rest of the second period and most of the third. 18:33 into the third period, Matthew Tkachuk scores his 4th of the season, and we're going to overtime. Unfortunately, at 18:48 into the third, Yevgeny Kuznetsov flips a puck over the glass. And he knew immediately. He was like, nope, yep, that was bad. Skates right to the penalty box and stands there waiting for them to open the door. Because he's a good boy. So this results in the overtime beginning at 4-on-3 and then continuing at 4-on-4 until a whistle, which makes me effing crazy. No scoring in the OT. So we go to the goddamn shootout. I don't have the energy to do my rant on shootouts right now. Look, I would just watch a shootout competition and do. I really enjoy that in the All-Star game. But I think it's a dumb way to decide the winner of the hockey game. And of course, this happens, and I'm sitting here going, God, Phoenix Copley deserves better. I can't believe this is happening to Phoenix Copley again. He gets a clean start with a rested team in front of him. He doesn't come in on relief, and this happens again, just like it did with Florida, except Sean Monahan scores on Phoenix Copley, but both Yevgeny Kuznetsov and Nicholas Backstrom score on Mike Smith, and Phoenix Copley gets his first NHL win. Caps come out of Western Canada 2-1. Guys, I seem to have expelled all of my energy. I need to have another Powerade. Like, I don't get this. I'm 1,000,000 years old. I don't understand how I'm hungover off one beer. Takeaways from this road trip, but if you take any 3 games and you're going to tell me that we're going to come out with 4 points out of every 6, I'll take that. I'll take that every time. Looking forward to November. Yay. November might be my favorite month of the hockey season because, like, it's fun. The Caps are playing basically every other day in the month of November, so maybe we can string together a couple of wins. I'd really like that. Right, so that's week 4 of the NHL regular season. I have been Kate, your salty Caps fan, and I'll see you next week. Bye!